Okay, welcome. We are going to be using weights and our bands and our ball and our blocks. So let's start by putting feet flat on the floor. And you can close your eyes and just find yourself in this space. Nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel that air come in and out. You can take your hands up as you inhale and palms down as you exhale. Feel the expanse of the rib cage. The breath can start at the base of the pelvis, coming up and out and up and out. Good. Now let's scoot forward just a little bit. We're going to start our marching and then we'll go to our lymphatic, but press on those legs to get muscles going. We're going to be doing some footwork, ankle work today, working with our bands as well. And then one side as you lift the arms with the same leg. Just working our brain a little. Good. And then when you're ready, opposite leg with opposite arm to get that brain plasticity engaged. Thinking mechanisms. Good. And then slow the legs up overhead and come out to the side. Let's do big circles with that. Opening up one way. When you get about 3 or 4 circles, then go the other way. Remember to connect with your breath. Good job. And let's start then at our collarbone with our lymphatics. So you can either do tap, tap, tap at the collarbone or massaging, just opening that up. Again, it's really good to connect with the breath on these muscles that work within our body to keep the lymphatic system going. And then let's move up behind our ears, little circles, light massages, and draw that down to the clavicle. Good. And then I'm going to add our little sinuses. So tap, tap, tap right at the cheek. Very gentle, outward, and then up between the eyebrows, on the forehead. Actually, that's our third eye in between there with chakras, opening up our vision, our seeing, our intuition. And then again, draw our fingertips down the side of the neck. Good. And under the arm. And you can draw that down the side or tap, 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 whatever works for you. And other side. Good. Just moving fluid within the tissues. And then belly, you can lean back in that chair if you want, getting in our deep tissue, deep organs. So again, I've seen people do this even if you have a handheld shower head. They do this on areas to get those, because that's about the pressure you would want. You know, we're not doing super, super deep pressure. That's kind of a nice way to start the morning. And then our inguinal area, right at the groin area, and you can move those legs, get those muscles going. And we'll move behind the knee, popliteal area. And again, feet can go up and down. And let's draw up from our ankles on our left side, whichever side you choose. Painting whatever color you choose. I'm going to do a bright orange today because the sun is shining. And the other side, just to get movement going. And in a second, we'll stand up and do our rebounding. And if you have a favorite song, that can go through your head, or you can put on a playlist if you want. So let's stand up and we'll use our Qigong hands, or you can move them around as you go around and around, allowing for movement. You can swim, you can dance, you can do whatever you choose. Just getting going for about a minute, just nice flowy movements. Swinging, jumping if you want. Jumping's good for our bones.
Okay.
Impact.
That's not a laughing trail, Jim.
Good.
20 years ago, my doctor told me never to get my feet off the floor again.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Or she. Okay, come back to the chair. All right, let's grab our bands and get that going. It's kind of new to us. So whatever choice you want, we're going to go around the feet. So around that arch of the feet, here's what it looks like. And if you want to put a block or a ball there, or just pretend that there's one there, we're going to allow our feet to come about hip width. And we're going to start with our left. And so our left heel is ground into the floor. So you might want to move it as you need to, maybe even a wider stance. And then up to the middle and over. So it's going like this and out, this and out on the floor, lifting, feeling the resistance of that ankle. Maybe you feel it on the outside of your calf. Maybe you feel it on the inside. My knee is moving, and that's okay. You can hold on to your knees if you choose to help support. You can actually allow that whole feeling up the leg if you want to come in and out. With our adductors here. Good. I like what Lynn's doing. She's doing a side to side. So add whatever you choose. Okay, the next one, we're going to just take that same foot, and it's going to be down on the ground, the heel, but we're going to lift up and back down. Lift up and back down. So it's kind of like our good toes, naughty toes. Only you're not going to get the point. So you're going to feel a little bit of lift. Feel it in a different space on that calf, up and down. Try to keep your toes out so that they're not crunching up. We like space between our toes to allow for that balance. Good. Okay, let's go to the other side. So if you started on your left, let's go to the right. Dig that heel in the ground and up and over. Hopefully this wider band is a little bit gentler on our feet rather than the little tubing. And again, if you want to add those arms, you can do that. Whatever you choose. We'll do our weights in a minute, but out. You may feel this on the outside of your hip. But again, if you need that support, hold on to that knee. Trying to be aware of any modification we need. Out and in with that foot. Good. Opening those toes. Good. Okay. Now heel down, and we're going to lift the toes up and back down. Lift the toes up and back down. Just really subtle. And you can spread those legs if you want a little more resistance on it. Connect with your breath. Good. Couple more times. Good. Okay, now this time you can hold on to the chair because this is one we did last time. Feet in as we place them and out. In and out. So you have to work to keep that band on. In and out. In and out. And maybe we stop and we take the band and put it up on our calf. Make it even more challenging. Out and in. That's easier with the feet, I think. Out and in. Is that better? Out and in. And again, if you need support, hold on to those areas or hold on to the chair. Good. How many can feel that in lower ab as well?
There.
Yeah, on the outside of your hip. Okay, so scoot back. We're going to do this one. We've got feet about hip width apart, and I'm going to lift my right. Doesn't have to be high. And back down. Lift the left. Back down. Right. Left. Right. Find your challenge point. So you feel it, top of the thighs, you feel your flexors, feel lower abs with this. You're also getting your hamstrings, stretching out and releasing. Good. Okay, this next one will be fun. We're going to do our monster. So we're going to stand up. And our monster is bringing those feet out just a little more, and we're going to just walk. Okay, so really good one for balance. Open up those toes when you walk. Maybe it's not a challenge because you guys are so good with your balance. But really expand that stride. Try it backwards now. What happens when you go backwards as a monster? You feel it in those muscles behind you. Good. Now, how about side to side? Bring the foot together and open up. So again, if your hip is bothering, maybe continue just to walk. I don't want to add to any inflammation in our hip joint. Good. And back. Good. Okay, so take these home, work with them, try some new ones. There's all kinds of different things. You can do lunges with these. You can do your arms, but we have our weights that we're using. But you could do all sorts of things with arms that we do even with our weights. So play around with it. Try that. Let's get our balls. And I'm going to start with the right foot. So my right foot is straight ahead. Heel is down. I'm going to press in with my big toe, allowing for that balance. No pinching, no pain. Maybe you see that crease, opening up those toes, not scrunching, and release. Do one more time with the big toe. See if you can press it at a different point. Keeping that heel down. This helps with your balance. And up. Let's do those three middle toes, the three sisters, opening up. Some of you like to open up your hands when we do this because it transfers to the feet. Pressing, noticing a crease, and releasing. Let's go to the pinky toe. Good. Pressing in there. And release. And then just give yourself a good massage wherever that foot needs just a little more attention with the fascia. Maybe it's in the arch, maybe it's in the heel because you've been doing a lot of walking or whatever you do. Find those areas that are a bit tense. Maybe it's just up and down on that. Good. And let's transfer the ball when you're ready to the other side. Heel is down, foot is forward, opening up those toes again, pressing down with the large toe, the great toe. Breathe as you do. So it's not only stretching out, it's getting that pressure, getting stronger, allowing how many feel it in the arch sometimes when you haven't done it, stretching that out, getting stronger, and release. And press again. So I think most of you have balls at home. Use them. Come back to this tape online. Or just do it while you're watching TV or whatever. And lift up again. Let's go to the three sisters, the three middle ones. Try to open those toes up, pressing down. Not only for strength, but for flexibility. And release. And pinky toe. That third sister likes to get in the way. And release. And then again on this side, find areas of tension and just roll that ball. Maybe you hold in certain areas that are tense. It's not about being hard. It's about releasing and just allowing that tension to let go. So we're giving ourselves a full body massage by doing this. The connections to our body with foot reflexology. Good. And we're going to end again with our favorite of putting the ball in between the ankles at the back and lifting up. So the ball is right there and down and up and down, up and down, about 6 to 8 times. Good ankle flexibility, pressing into those toes, releasing. Good. Maybe holding and feeling where that tension is. Does it go all the way up inside? These are pelvic floor exercises too. Okay, good job. One more. And release. Okay. Let's pick up our weights. Or just do your isometric, which is perfectly fine. And we're going to start with our server. So our server comes out and back in. And really emphasize the shoulder blades coming to the spine as you breathe. I'm going to kind of move through these today. So connect with your breath. Try to do about 8 to 10 of each. But take your time with rolling out those shoulders if you need. Feel the places in your body that you notice where those muscles are working to stabilize. Okay, we're going to stay out this time and we're going to do our salad dressing, turning from the shoulders, pouring that oil and vinegar over that salad. One consistent lever. You feel it in the abs. Couple more times. Good. Okay, roll those shoulders out. Let's do our V ups. So elbows at side and up. Pulling down, drawing that line with the elbows as we extend that side body. Well, and let's come right out into our suitcase. Pulling, trying not to arch the back. Feeling those shoulder blades come to the spine and then opening up the pectoralis in the front. One and two. Good job. Rolling that out. Let's drop those arms to the side, hands to the side, palms facing each other as they come up, your bicep, and palms out as you go up. Good. Push. And control that movement on the way down. Breathe as you go. Take a break if you need. Let's go a couple more times up and down and up and down. Now let's cross our weights or just hold on to your fist. Come up with elbows to the ears. Allow that spine to be straight and just allow those triceps to be in control as you drop those weights or fist behind your head. So again, try to pull up from that head in a real straight spine. protecting your back. Good. And bring that down. Nice job. Let's do our punching. So bring the weights there and place. Protect that shoulder or protect the elbow joint. Don't let it just fly. You can visualize a wall, maybe a soft wall that's ahead of you, that you're placing that arm out and running into that. You can twist, or you can keep your torso facing forward and just notice where you feel the difference. Let's do one more time. Good. Roll those shoulders out. Let's do our Berkeley breaststroke. So reaching out and pulling back. Reaching out and pulling back. Much like our server, but we're using a bit different muscles because of the orientation of our arms and hands. One more time. And you can scoot forward on your chair. Let's do our tricep kickback. You can stand if you want with this. Palms are facing each other. And kick back. Elbows are at your side for extra support. You can pause at the back. Feel the tightness. Strengthen your triceps. This next time, let's hold our arms back there, turn the palms up, and let's pulse. And I will watch the clock. So you can go as fast or as slow as you choose. Pushing, pushing, resisting, trying to keep those shoulders down. About halfway. Okay, nice job. I think we covered it all. Anything else you want to do? Okay, let's put our weights down. All right. This time, we're going to put our block between our knees, which we do. We're going to push in. So with the band, we resist out. This time, we're going to push in, feel the strength all the way up. And release. Push in again. And release. And then this time, let's roll through our feet and come up. Ignite the glutes. Lifting up and arms up. Good. Bring those arms back. Pushing into the block. Holding. Lift the toes. And come back up. Nice job. Squats are so important. Coming back. Lift the toes again. There's the weight. Nice job. Look up and all the way up. This time, let's come into prayer. Transfer the weight one foot to the other. You do not need to lift the foot, but just notice the transfer. Allow your challenge. Come all the way up. Nice deep breath. Hands at your side this time. Hold on to the thighs, the outside thighs. Come back into your squat. I'm going to turn to the right. Look for cars. Come to the center. Turn to your left. Notice your knee pushing into the block. Come to center. Turn to your right again. Come to center. Turn to the left. Come to center. Come all the way up. Nice job. Now we're going to come within about an inch. So let's put our hands behind with an inch of the chair as if we're going to sit and come back up. Do this a couple more times. Feel all your large muscles you're using. About an inch with the chair. Protect your knees. Push into that block. And up. Nice job. And one more time. Pushing in. And up. This last time we're going to take and we're going to cross our arms. And if it's available to you, put those on your thighs. So coming down, just noticing you're strong. Push into the block and come up. Nice job. Okay, let's take our block, both blocks if you have them. Hopefully you do, I think you do. And put them out a little further than hip distance. Let's bring our feet into our goddess. Come up into our goddess. And I'm going to reach out and I'm going to grab to my right and up. Left and up. So this is kind of like our lawnmower starter, but we're just picking up. Now, without looking, feel where that block is. Where have you set that? Keep your posture up. Nice long spine. And it's about feeling, proprioception. Where did you put that block? Trust your instincts. And when you place them on the floor, that will be all. Good job. Okay, let's leave those. Let's bring our chair to the front or the top of our mat. And if you want to take one weight, I know some of you really like this where we do the thread the needle. Let's take a little time to catch our breath. Arms up. Doing okay?
Yep.
Just take a little swinging motions to just come back to our breath. Good. Feet are a couple feet away from the chair. Put your hands on the chair. Step your right foot back. Stretch out that calf. So bring your heel down. Good. Now from the core, we're going to come up with both arms. Equal weight on both feet. Nice and strong. Lower the left hand to horizontal. Right arm comes behind you, horizontal. Good. Look ahead. Strong gaze. Lower the right hand to the back thigh, back hamstring. Turn the palm up on the left and come all the way up. Good. Strong stance. Take a nice deep breath. Lower that left arm to horizontal again. Bring the right arm up to horizontal. Good. Equal weight on both feet. You're not gripping the mat. You're opening those toes for your stance. Lower that right hand and bring it through like a windmill to meet the left. Good. Now you can put fingertips on the chair for this one, or you can keep your arrow. Lean into that left foot as you find your drishti, your focus point, and lift that back foot. You can flex or point it, balancing, use the chair if you choose. Strong core. Good. Bring those hands behind you if it's available to you. And come back down. And arms are up again. Good. Step the right foot forward. Hands on the chair. Let's come into our planks. So step both feet back. So shoulders, elbow, wrist over each other, looking up. Strong core. Good. Couple deep breaths. This time we're going to bring our right foot forward. Coming up from our core, lift those arms. Left heel comes down. Good. So knee on the right side is bent. Bring that right arm horizontal, palm down. Left arm comes behind us, horizontal. Opening up, equal weight on both feet. So go back and forth if you need to feel that. Drop the left hand to the back hamstring. Turn the palm on the right and come up. Feel the stretch in the side body. Keep your focus ahead of you. Good job. Feel how balanced you are. Bring the right hand to horizontal, left arm comes up. And then we're going to windmill it down to meet the right. You can keep your arrow. We're going to lean into the right foot. You can put hands on chair or keep that arrow, lifting the left foot behind you. It does not have to be high. Feel that core. You choose to have a challenge, bring both hands behind you into your airplane. Lower that back foot as you lift your arms up. Good. Place both hands on the chair. Good. Bring the left foot forward to meet the right. Lift that weight if you have it on the chair. And let's step back just a little bit so that we can get our thread the needle. So I'm going to bring my left hand to the middle of the chair. My right hand is going to come out horizontal and thread the needle with that weight. Try not to come up higher than horizontal with that weight. Breathing. Good. Place the weight on the chair. Let's change hands. Right hand comes to the chair. You can have a slight bend in your knees. Pick up the weight with your left hand. Come out horizontal and thread the needle. Allowing that fascial tissue to move, to stretch. You're invigorating that shoulder. Connect with your breath. Couple more times. When you're ready, place that weight on the chair. Put your hands on the chair. Let's come back into our downward dog. So bending those knees, maybe you pull the feet back a little, stretching out those shoulder blades. Good job. Find your breath. Connect with that. Good. Come forward a bit and bring the left knee into the belly. Extend the left foot. Bring it back in to the belly. And this time, as you extend your right arm out. Here's our bird dog. Looking at the horizon. Bring the knee and the hand together toward the belly and extend, and try that 3 to 4 times at your own pace. Hand to the chair, foot to the floor. Take one nice deep breath. Bring your right knee into the belly. Extend the right foot behind you. This time, bring it in again. And as you extend that leg, bring the left arm up. Look to the horizon. When you're ready, bring the hand to the knee. And out. In and out. Looking at the horizon. Trying to keep a nice long spine. As you're extending, working that core. Bring your hand to the chair. Bring your foot back down. Let's come back into our downward dog, stretching out, taking a resting position. Allowing your breath to just come back to normal. Put your right hand to the middle of the chair. I'm going to extend my left foot out and come open to side plank. I'm using my kickstand. You don't have to, but I'm showing you the modification. Good. Stretching that side body up to the ceiling. Bring the left hand to the middle of the chair, exchanging, and my left foot's going to come forward a little, and my right foot's going to extend as I work my right side body. Lifting that side body up to the ceiling. Good job. And hand back to the chair. Feet are equal. And let's come back into our downward dog. You can pedal the knees, allowing for some stretch, trying to lengthen that spine. Good. And one more plank. So let's come forward, extend those feet. I'm up on my tippy toes, shoulders, elbows, wrists in alignment, looking up. And when you're ready, step both feet forward. Bend the knees and come up into your mountain pose, hands at your side. Just still your mind. Take a couple nice deep breaths. Good job. Let's place the weight in a safe place on the ground. Let's bring our chair toward the side of the mat, wherever you choose for your tree pose. And I'm going to show you the modifications as well with the block. For hip issues, any hip issues that you might have, I'm going to stand on the block. But those of you that want to go directly into your tree, find your supporting leg, lift your outside knee and open up, but I'm not going to open up, and place your foot on that calf or thigh. This one, we're going to lift up and then we're going to lower. So my inside foot is standing. And those of you that are doing the regular tree, choose where you want your hands to be. So I'm up and down, strengthening that hip. I'm still balancing. You can keep a finger on the chair, or you can choose where you want your hands to be if you feel comfortable with that. We want safety first. Good. Find the place where you feel strength and balance. And when you're ready, bring that leg down. The one that held you, let's cross that over. Either crossing the leg or figure four, stretching out. Good. And I'm going to grab the block for the other foot this time for the modification, but those of you that want to do your full tree, find your other foot. Sometimes that's hard. Lift the knee up, and you can, the regular tree, either on the calf or on your thigh. But those of you that want to strengthen this hip, we're going to come up and then lower gently up on the block and lower. You can keep one finger on the chair, or you can choose where you want your hands to be. So we're strengthening that glute that holds us, and sometimes that helps create the pain on the joint. Finding the place where you choose to place hands. Finding your breath. Finding your core. Good. And when you're ready, come down. And the foot that held you, then cross that over or open to figure four. Sometimes you feel a stretch in your back. Sometimes you feel a stretch in that hip. Listen to your body. Good. Okay, we're gonna allow time for our Niagara Falls. So place the chair where it's in a good spot to start. And I'm gonna put left foot behind right. And my right heel will be to my left toe. So find your steel cord. And without looking, then choose where you want your hands to be and walk forward. You can exaggerate by bringing knees up or just find that placement. And do about 10 steps forward. You find your focus point, and that helps you balance rather than looking down at your feet. And wobble is okay. It's creating those new pathways. So when you've done about 10 steps, then go backwards. Toe finds the heel, still walking on that steel cord. Hands can be wherever you choose. Maybe they're making flowing movements, maybe they're in prayer. Maybe they're out at your sides. And when you found your way back to the chair, give yourself a hand. Okay, let's come back to our seated position. Stretch out those legs. Let's do some inward and outward just to stretch. So inversion, big toe comes in, points to the floor, knees almost come together, and then out, pinky toe is toward the floor, stretching, opening up, and in. And out. Really getting those ankles flexible. Moving up through the whole area, all the way up to the hip. And in. And out. Let's finish this with good toes. Pointing those toes. And naughty toes. Flexing the feet toward the nose. Good toes. And naughty toes. Good toes, stretching out. Naughty toes. Good toes. And naughty toes. Circle the feet one way. Circle the other way. Good job. Lots of lower ab work. Put your feet down. Lift right foot up. And if you can, bring it off the chair. It's okay if you don't. Put it back down. Lift left foot. If you can, bring it off the chair. It's okay if you don't. And back down. Protect your back. So if you want to hold to the chair, you can as you lift and back down. Lift and back down. Stretch out your right arm and pull back on those fingers with your left. Let's take the hand and circle it one way, circle it the other way. And then pinky to thumb, ring finger to thumb, middle, pointer, peace sign, 2 fingers are peace, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, live long and prosper, and back down. Again, just allow maybe a Qigong hand to just loosen that up. Let's try it on the other side. So pulling back on the left fingers. Stretching out the flexors. Circling the hand one way. Lots of us that are gardeners feel it this time of year, or will. And pinky to thumb, ring finger to thumb, middle to thumb, pointer. Good. Peace. Bring those together. 3 fingers. One hand might be better than the others, ladies and gentlemen. 4 fingers. And then spread those apart if you will. Live long and prosper. And then twist that hand one way, the other, and Qigong hands. Nice job. Open up those arms. Let's do a nice big bear hug. One way. You can get your fingers to the shoulder blades fine. If not, that's okay too. Open up again. Cross the other way. One hand is on top. Maybe you feel the flexibility. Let's look to the right. Let's look to the left. Open up again, cross the other way. Let's try it on the other side. Look to the right. Look to the left. You're like a cheerleader. Arms up. Bring to prayer. Good. Close your eyes and just feel the difference that you felt from the beginning of class to now. Take that energy with you through the day. The light in me greets the light in each one of you. Namaste.
Ooh.